When you turn on a computer for the first time, what's the first thing you do? Probably open an internet browser and install Chrome. Since Chrome was released, it quickly rose to the top spot. While up there, it's hit a few snags like Google's extreme data collection policies, security issues, and performance problems. So, why settle for Google Chrome when you have so many other options? Before getting into the video, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos. Also, comment down below what browser you daily drive. On the surface, you have multiple browsers to choose from, like Safari, Google Chrome, and Edge to name a few. Under the hood is a browser engine which is responsible for converting the website's code into what you see when you load a web page. So first, let's take a look at the three most important web engines, starting with KHTML, an open source free to use browser engine developed in 1998. Because of KHTML's open source status, many projects have descended from KHTML, like Apple's Webkit released in 2003. In 2013, Google announced the Blink browser engine, a direct descendant of Apple's Webkit. Blink is most notably the engine behind the Google Chrome browser. However, technically it's developed by the Chromium project, the group that develops the template browser of Chrome. The last important web engine to mention is Firefox's Gecko. Unlike the previous two web engines, Gecko is only used to power Mozilla apps like Firefox and Thunderbird. Now you may be wondering, why are these web engines so important? Well, if you remember a couple weeks ago, I made a post about Linux, an operating system that's secretly behind every computer. I'll leave a link to that below. One of the things we touched on was open source software, or the ability for anyone to download an open source app and edit the code to adapt it for their needs. Well, this is what happened in the browser space. KHTML is the open source project that Apple used to build Webkit. Then Webkit was used by Google to create Blink. Today, both Blink and Webkit are open source, allowing other developers to adapt them to their browsers. Think of it this way. You're going to build a car. Sure, you could build it from scratch, but that would take a lot of resources. So, what if you bought the engine from a different company? That'd be one less thing you have to develop in-house and would allow you to focus on making better features. Essentially, this is what's happening in the browser market. Today, if you use Microsoft Edge, Opera, or Brave, you're using a browser powered by Blink, the same web engine that powers Google Chrome. If you ever hear that a browser is Chromium based, that's what that means. Thanks to open source, these companies were able to take the Blink web engine, remove the Google parts, and focus on creating unique features. Brave is a perfect example of this. They have been able to create an ad-free, tracker-free, privacy-first browser. In some cases, Chromium-based browsers may even let you install Chrome browser extensions like your Password Manager, Honey, Grammarly, or any other extension, expanding what your browser can do. Microsoft did a great job with Edge, for example. They completely reinvented the browser, making it in some ways better than Chrome, all while letting you install any Chrome extension. Since the rise of Blink, Webkit's use has been declining. However, it's still the web engine behind the Safari browser across the Apple ecosystem. Also, every iOS browser like Chrome and Firefox are required by Apple to use the Webkit engine instead of using their own. From these engines has sprung a wide range of internet browsers. So, here are a couple honorable mentions you should try. First, are you an Apple user heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem? Do you have an iPhone, iPad, Mac, or all the above and don't stray far from those devices? Then Safari is your best option, at least for your Apple devices, with it no longer having a Windows version, but it's the best performing browser on Apple devices and makes great use of the continuity between your Apple devices, all while providing top-notch security. Windows users, give Microsoft Edge a chance. It's come a long way since its Internet Explorer days, and you'll get the benefits of Chrome with all the Google account features being replaced by Microsoft account features, in addition to higher security and privacy standards. If you're going for privacy, try Brave, which is also based on Chrome minus the Google bloat. Its overall selling point is its privacy and security features enabled and configured by default, like blocking intrusive ads and trackers. Firefox is also a great option and is my preferred browser. I've already made a post about Firefox and its highlight features. I'll leave a link to that video below. Then of course you can stick with Google Chrome if you're heavily invested in the Google ecosystem, but I'm sure you already know all about Chrome. So as you can see, there are so many browsers to choose from. These open source engines behind each of these browsers have allowed a wide range of browsers to flourish. So the next time you see Microsoft Edge, give it a go, knowing that it has the best parts of Chrome minus Google and with a hint of Microsoft. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to try any of these browsers mentioned today, I'll leave a link to them below. If you're leaving with more questions and answers, you can drop those in the comments below. Also, in the description, you can find links to our website, appleguideweb.com, our social media pages, and podcasts where you can listen to this video in audio form. Once again, thank you so much for watching and see you next week.